My name is Claudia Spangler, and I teach first grade at Bow Elementary School in Bow, New Hampshire. I welcome you to my classroom, where my students are creating a New Hampshire animal alphabet book for the classroom webpage. We have been studying New Hampshire animals over the last month. The children are working on their New Hampshire Animal Centers this morning. These are integrated learning activities across all curriculum subject areas. Let's go see what some of them are doing. What are you doing in the library today, Brittany? What are you working on?
We are working on a mini book.
What kind of a mini book?
Martian.
Yes, it's called the Busy Pond Mini Book. Molly, what are you working on today?
I'm working on this, it's writing, and we're doing what we learned and the animal that we're doing, and we draw a picture here and then we can make words.
And you're making it on what shape?
So, New Hampshire.
Right, the map of New Hampshire. Michael, what are you working on today?
I'm working on my math.
Your math grid? Which one are you making right now? Let's show them what that looks like. So when you finish, that will look like a butterfly?
Yeah.
Very nice work. Julia, would you tell us about these tadpoles over here?
We hatched them. We hatched frogs to get
And what are we going to do with them before school finishes?
release them
Why?
because they need to be in their habitat.
That's right. Jillian, what are you working on today at the computer? What book did you choose?
Frog's lunch.
And what are you doing right now?
Book.
And what will you do when you're finished?
I'm going to write about it.
Great. Well, have fun.
We're making New Hampshire animal tracks.
Parent volunteers help the children make animal tracks with plaster of Paris.
This is yours. Jillian, yours is over here, so you come stand over here, Jillian, so that we know this is yours.
What animal did you research?
Dragonfly.
All right. So, would you go ahead and tell us what you learned about the dragonfly?
The dragonfly has 2 pairs of large wings, 6 legs, a short hairy antenna, and a long thin body. The dragonfly eats flies, gnats, and mosquitoes.
The children were assigned a New Hampshire animal project to complete at home. They presented their projects to the class and became the classroom animal expert for the animal they had researched.
And then once they get out of the water, they're automatically attracted.
The alphabet book was a culminating activity that allowed my students to demonstrate their knowledge of New Hampshire animals as they wrote, illustrated, and published an online class book. Each page of the book included a letter of the alphabet, a New Hampshire animal name that began with the letter sound, an illustration of the animal in its habitat, and a short description of the animal's activities or characteristics. I shared the New Hampshire Animal Alphabet book that previous first graders had made as an introduction to the project. A is for ants. A queen is bigger than a king. Matthew's driveway always has red ants. Usually there are 250 ants in one nest. We have lots of ants in New Hampshire. Be careful on picnics. So do you see how the letter is on the page? A is for ants, and then all of this was written about that animal. We're going to make a real book like this for our classroom library, but we're also going to make an online New Hampshire alphabet book. It's going to look like, this is the title page, New Hampshire Animal Alphabet Book by Mrs. Spangler's class, June 2001. And everybody, let me show you what your page might look like. You are given an A. This is where your words will go. We're going to sit in 4 groups, And the group that usually sits in that corner over there will have you be in the middle. All right? And you're going to huddle up like you do when we meet with our teams. And your team leader will go get the clipboard, and I will be giving you a piece of paper. What is going to happen is that you will each start with a letter paper, A, B, C, and D. Your team will have 2 minutes to think of one animal that starts with that letter sound. Your team leader will write it on the paper, but all of you can help think of it, but you only need one. And if your team cannot come up with one, then that's okay. Just do the best job you can. And maybe another team will come up with one. Then when Mrs. Banger goes, that will mean the 2 minutes are up. And you will be just like a carousel or merry-go-round that we talked about. And you will pass your chart to the next group. And so that's how we go around. And your team will start with B. And your team will start with C. And your team will start with D. Ready, set, brainstorm. Go ahead. 2 minutes. Just agree on an animal and write it down. Did you give them C? Nicholas, would you pass your letter to Carolyn? Hollis, would you pass to Nicholas? And this is yours. Ready, set, go! Oh, I like how this group is really listening to each other and working together. Nice job. So you're going to write about your animal. You're going to use resources. When you go to other places for information, that means use resources. Our animal experts that we have in the class, books, or the internet. And then you're going to write about that animal right here. And then you're going to sketch up here what you want in your picture of the animal. Your conference that you have with a friend is just like the conferences we have when you write your stories for books to be published. But this person needs to be in your team. Read what you wrote to them, and then see if they have any other ideas that might make your work even better. After you do that, you have to have a conference with me, a teacher conference. And then, if everything looks great, I will give you a piece of paper that looks like this, on which you will draw the final picture of your animal in marker, just like you have drawn pictures for your web page before, with a border, and you'll put your animal, and you'll do it a habitat, so you'll have a lot of color background and detail. And then when that is scanned, you'll join me at the computer, and you'll help me using the computer to type your story onto the web page, onto the correct page, and to put your picture in. And when we're all done, we'll have a beautiful online New Hampshire alphabet book. So you close your eyes. Close your eyes. And you have what letter? Did you choose your animal, Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, what animal did you choose?
Mouse.
Mouse. Is it spelled? Spell it for me, dear.
M-O-U-S-E.
That sounds correct to me.
Oh, P, you
said. Okay. Purple finch, that's the state bird of New Hampshire. That'll be wonderful for our book. then you would have to use some resources. I have a bird book over in the library. If you go look in the animal books, go check it.
J.
Okay? So,
I can't find a hawk.
All right.
J.
Okay? So,
I can't find a hawk.
I'm going to go down the list, and if it's a letter you're looking for, say, tell me. Say B, C,
J.
tell me when I get there, okay? And, there's another animal on here for O, Chad. Otter. Otter. And wasn't I reading something in this book about the otter? So I think you're here for two different problems. One of your problems, some of you have a letter where you didn't have very many choices of animals. And so you would like a new choice of animal. Some of you are here because you want to know more about your animal. Who knows what their animal is? They're just looking for more information. Okay, you know what I'm going to let you do? You may take your clipboard and pencil, and you may quietly walk up and visit Mrs. Herrick and ask her if she has a book on your animal. So your letter is G. You didn't have any G's? All right, let's go down and look at another animal category. Let's go down to reptiles. G reptiles or J reptiles. How about amphibians? I have something to talk to you about before we get started. This morning, we did your peer conference on your story about the animal for your ABC book. And so we're ready to type at the computer and record reading what you have to say on that page at the computer. While we do that, what you will be doing is your final draft of your illustration. We're going to use this kind of paper, just like we do on our quote squares. The first thing you will do is make a border. And up here, here's a reminder, I'm going to give you your sketch back so you can look at what your rough draft looked like. And remember that when you do this final picture, it's done in marker. And you have some small markers for small detail and large markers for larger things. You need your animal, and you should draw your animal so it's a good sized animal, so we'll be able to see it when we scan. And then I should see your habitat in the picture as well. We need to know where your animal lives. You want to take your time. This is going to be scanned and inserted on the page of the book that you are working on. And it's time for you to type this on your page B. And you did the purple finch. So let's read what you wrote first.
Here's the purple finch. Purple finch have 5 to 6 inches long. Their body has more red than purple. They live in forests and camps.
That's wonderful. Now what I'm just like you always type when you write your stories, this is what you're going to do. So first, the P is already there. So we're going to do the word is. So you get nice and close and just type the word is. S. It's right here. Space bar.
E is for purple finch. Purple finch are 5 to 6 inches long. Their body has more red than purple. They live in forests and towns. They are a state bird.
Very nice job. Now let's see what it says.
E is for quail. Quails are birds. They lay eggs. They say ball white. They are brown, white, and black.
Awesome job. Do you want to hear what you did?
E is for quail. Quails are birds. They lay eggs. they say bobwhite. They are brown, white, and black.
Great job! First graders love alphabet books, and we have read many of them this year. The children were very excited to learn that they would be making one for our classroom webpage. They have had many experiences this year making class books, writing stories at the computer, and preparing artwork for presentation on the classroom webpage. These experiences, combined with the knowledge acquired during their study of New Hampshire animals, prepared the children for the alphabet book project. The children had not previously used Front Page, but with my assistance, they were able to type and record their text, as well as insert their illustrations. The children's sense of pride and accomplishment was evident as they viewed their published book on the web and shared their efforts with classmates. My previous classes have made alphabet books as part of their study of New Hampshire animals. This is the first time my students have created an online presentation of the book. I am sure I will involve my future first graders in this project so they can experience similar success while demonstrating their learning.